When Oasis of the Seas debuted in 2009, the ship revolutionized cruising. As the largest cruise ship in the world, Oasis of the Seas ushered in a variety of new attractions, experiences, and firsts at sea. Now, Royal Caribbean is looking to reimagine this namesake vessel to make it unlike any ship in the fleet once again. A lot of changes are planned for this ship in this coming year, and we have all the details. I'm DB from EatSleepCruise.com, and here's everything you need to know about the newly amplified Oasis of the Seas. Royal Caribbean recently announced that Oasis of the Seas would undergo a $165 million transformation. Of course, this left many cruisers happily stunned. Once this ship is revitalized, the new amplified Oasis of the Seas will truly be a brand new ship. Perhaps some of the biggest changes coming to Oasis of the Seas will be the outdoor areas. As many suspected, the ship will be receiving the 10-story Ultimate Abyss. This slide is now a staple on other Oasis-class ships. For those who are not courageous enough to brave the over 150-foot drop on the Ultimate Abyss, Oasis of the Seas will also be getting the trio of water slides known as the Perfect Storm. Also found on other ships in this class, cruisers can get wet and wild as they plunge down these multi-deck water slides known as Typhoon, Cyclone, and Supercell. Similar to the recently updated Navigator of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas will have a brand new Caribbean-inspired pool deck. To spruce up the current pool deck, the ship will receive some new lounge areas, including comfy daybeds, hammocks, and swing sets. While the spiced up pool area is sure to be popular, the main attraction will most likely be the new Lime and Coconut Bar. This 2-story signature bar will be one of the liveliest spots on board the ship. Home to signature cocktails, DJs, and live music, it'll be the place to hang out both day and night. The remaining pool deck will receive some additional updates, with new whirlpools coming to the outdoor decks. For the little ones, Splashaway Bay on Deck 14 will also be getting an upgrade. There'll be a brand new splash pad for tots, 3 water slides, water cannons, fountains, pools, and the first ever twin drench buckets. Adults are not going to be left out of this update, as the adults-only solarium on Decks 14 and 15 will also be receiving a facelift. A few fan favorites that were introduced on Symphony of the Seas will be coming to Oasis of the Seas this fall. The El Loco Fresh Mexican restaurant will be added during this revitalization. Most likely, this restaurant will replace the Wipeout Cafe on Deck 15. El Loco Fresh will offer complimentary breakfast and lunch with alfresco dining. The Princess and I are both fans of this restaurant, which offered some fresh favorites like burritos, quesadillas, and a custom salsa bar. Another dining option coming to Oasis of the Seas is Playmakers Sports Bar and Arcade. Seemingly, this restaurant will replace Sabre on Deck 6 in the Boardwalk, offering a mouth-watering selection of pub favorites, including wings and burgers. This version of Playmakers will include a VIP owner's room, which will most likely be available for private events. With over 80 televisions and a wide bar selection, Playmakers will be one of the hottest places on the Boardwalk. Another sweet addition to the Boardwalk will be Sugar Beach. This upcharge venue is home to more than 220 types of candy and will also include a new walk-up ice cream window. It's a perfect stop for families looking to satisfy those sweet tooth cravings while at sea. Perhaps the most anticipated addition to the dining lineup on Oasis of the Seas is a brand new restaurant, the Portside BBQ. While the location of this restaurant has not yet been confirmed, it is expected to be on one of the upper levels, offering views of the surrounding ocean. This upcharge restaurant will feature authentic favorites such as pulled pork, chicken, and beef ribs. Don't forget the home-style sides, including cornbread and mac and cheese. Cruisers will also want to save room for dessert too, as the restaurant will feature the brownie cookie mashup known as the chocolate brookie. Several other new venues coming to Oasis of the Seas will ensure that your evenings are just as packed as your days. The the Bionic Bar will replace the Champagne Bar on the Royal Promenade. Here, 2 robotic bartenders mix up classic and specialty drinks right before your eyes. Also coming to the Royal Promenade is Spotlight Karaoke. The previous on-air venue will be reimagined with a main stage and 2 private rooms to let your inner rock star shine. Perhaps one of the biggest transformations on Oasis of the Seas is the addition of the music hall. One of our favorite venues on the Quantum-class ships, this venue rocks. Literally. With cover bands and live rock shows, the music hall is a 2-story concert venue. A good bet is that Dazzles, currently on deck 8 and 9, will be transformed to this new venue that will keep the party going all night long on the newly amplified Oasis of the Seas. Several of the line's cruise ships have received laser tag games recently, yet a brand new game will debut on the amplified Oasis of the Seas. The complimentary Clash for Crystal City will take place in Studio B Ice Rink on Deck 4. Join one of the last remaining clans on a frozen Earth as you battle for resources in this glow-in-the-dark laser tag game. The children's areas are also going to be totally transformed. Adventure Ocean on Deck 14 will be redesigned to include areas organized by activity type. Parents and their children can use this digitally enhanced area to be fully immersed in their own activities and adventures. The teen spaces on Deck 15 will also be reimagined to provide a space that is off limits to adults. A special hidden entrance will allow teens aged 13 to 17 to have a space all to themselves. Here, they can watch movies, listen to music, or play video games. Fans of puzzle breaks found on Royal Caribbean ships will want to prepare themselves for the out-of-this-world new game coming to Oasis of the Seas called Mission Control Apollo 18. In this upcharge escape room experience, teams must work together to solve all the puzzles in the command center to ensure Apollo 18 launches on time. Oasis of the Seas was unlike any cruise ship when it debuted a decade ago. Following its upcoming revitalization, it will certainly be like no other ship sailing the Caribbean, including new dining, entertainment, and outdoor experiences from a variety of the line's other classes of ships. Oasis of the Seas will once again be a one-of-a-kind cruise ship. There you have it. That's all the updates and changes coming to the newly amplified Oasis of the Seas. Of course, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these changes or updates are you most excited about? I'm DB from EatSleepCruise.com, and if you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe down below and to hit the notification icon. That way you're updated whenever we put out brand new videos. You can also find us all over social media at Eat Sleep Cruise, and thanks again for watching.